Good morning and welcome back to our daily news program. I'm Firman and it's a pleasure to have you with us. Today we're gonna talk about environmental awareness in daily life, how ordinary people can make choices, notice problems, and act so that our planet becomes healthier and safer. We will look into a real case from Indonesia, see what challenges people face, and explore methods that every one of us can use each day to help. Environmental awareness is more than just a phrase. It is about understanding the impact we cause through things we often take for granted. The plastic we use, the water we waste, the air we breathe, and how we travel. In many parts of the world, and Indonesia in particularly, these small actions and habits become very important because the effects compound quickly when many people act the same way. Let us consider a very recent case in Indonesia that shows both the problem and possible ways forward. In early 2025, beaches in Bali were hit by one of their worst plastic pollution events in history. After monsoon rains, massive amounts of plastic cups, straws, single-use cutlery, sachet, and other lightweight plastic items were washed ashore. Local NGOs, volunteers, hotel staff, even tourists came together to clean the beaches, removing tons of plastic debris. Another related example is the presence of microplastics in some of Indonesia's coastal islands. Research conducted by the Zero Waste Indonesia Alliance in the Thousand Islands near Jakarta, in places such as Untung Jawa, Onras, and Cipir Islands, found microplastic fragments not only in the water, but also on leaf surfaces and even on human skin. This shows that plastic pollution is not just unsightly. It penetrates ecosystems and even human environments in ways we may not see. Indonesia as a country produces around 6.8 million tons of plastic waste yearly. A large portion of this is mismanaged or ends up leaking into rivers and the ocean. In response, the government has set ambitious goals: reduce marine plastic waste by 70% by 2025, adopt better waste management infrastructure, encourage recycling, and promote reuse practices. Beyond government plans, there are also community and businesses initiatives. For example, the Indonesian Reuse Association, or AGUNI, was launched to promote reuse system instead of single-use plastics. Shops, startups, and small businesses participate by offering refill stations, reusable containers, and other sustainable packaging alternatives. There are also Plastic Bank Indonesia, which works with plastic pickers, people in local communities who collect plastic waste near rivers or beaches, and gives them income and social benefits while keeping plastic out of the ocean. In one major achievement, they prevented about 40 million kilograms of plastic from polluting the seas by collecting, recycling, and reusing it. So, what lesson can we all take from these cases, and what can each of us do in our daily lives to increase environmental awareness and help reduce harm? Here are some ideas woven into the way we live day to day rather than lofty or difficult projects. We can start by reducing our consumption of single-use plastics through simple actions like carrying reusable bottles, bringing our own food containers, and using cloth bags. Bali's upcoming ban on small plastic water bottles is an example of how policies can support this effort. Beyond reduction, we should also reuse items whenever possible by joining refill programs and choosing durable packaging, as promoted by coalitions like AGUNI. Recycling is also crucial. Separating waste properly helps local waste management systems and prevents pollution. Avoiding open burning of waste is equally important, since it releases toxic chemicals and harms human health, as in Tropodo, East Java, where plastic waste was burned as fuel for tofu factories. In addition, we can conserve water and energy by taking shorter showers, fixing leaks, and using energy-efficient appliances. Choosing public transport, carpooling, walking, or cycling helps cut emissions and improve air quality. Supporting government policies that ban harmful products, joining community cleanups, and spreading awareness about issues like microplastics in Jakarta's Thousand Islands all contribute to a larger movement for change. Even small steps like turning off lights, refusing single-use plastics, sorting waste, and encouraging others to do the same add up and create a powerful collective impact toward a cleaner and healthier environment. As we close today, I want you to imagine what your daily routine could include if environmental awareness were second nature. Every morning, you might fill a reusable bottle. When shopping, bring your own bag. At home, sort your waste. And in commuting, choose a cleaner or shared option. And when you're eating, choose foods with less packaging or more plant-based. Imagine all of us doing this. In our homes, our neighborhoods, our cities, the rivers stay cleaner. Beaches are not choked with plastic. The air we breathe carries fewer toxins. Fewer forests are burned. Fewer species suffer. And our health improves. Indonesia has shown both the problem and the possibility. From massive beach pollution events to microplastics on skin and leaves, the environmental challenges are real. But through community action, reuse coalitions, policy changes, and individual daily choices, positive change is happening. And there is more room for everyone to join in. So today, as you go home or as you reflect on the day, ask yourself, what one thing could I change tomorrow? What small habit could I add or remove that will help the environment? Because when each of us acts, environmental awareness becomes real not just as a topic, but as a movement. And that brings us to the end of our news today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Firman Maulana and have a nice day.